Hey YouTube. Oh, I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired. I can't even get out the damn car and get in the house. Oh, so I was gonna make this video before I get in. Well, today I did Grubhub from 11. The first block was from 11 to 2, and then it was from 4 to 8, and then 8 to 10. It seemed like it was so dang long, but it was real slow today. I only have 7 deliveries with Grubhub all day. And let me tell you how my day began. Well, as I said, Uber Eats and everybody in Grubhub expanded a little bit further to Stone Mountain. At least that's what I was told. So I turned on my app at my house. And of course, I got the first ping, or cowbell rather. They don't do pings, they got cowbell. And the first place was in Norcross, Peachtree Corners. So that was like 25 minutes. Well, let me see, was it 25 minutes? I would say about 25 minutes away. And from there, it kind of dictated where I spent most of my days. Now, it wasn't in Norcross, but it was like Dunwoody area. But when I went out there to the deli place, Manhattan Deli, and that was the first order that I picked up, and I didn't get an order. It was like 11 o'clock. So when I got there about 11:40ish, I didn't get another order until it was almost 2 o'clock when my block was over. So I went over 22 minutes, and of course I called driver support. They'll adjust your block. So when you go over your block, you have to get it adjusted, because you get a guaranteed hourly rate with Grubhub of $10 per hour, as long as you accept 70% of the requests. So when the second order came through, and that was at, what was that at? Taco Mac? Hey, I think it was Taco Mac, because I was at Taco Mac several times today. So anyway, so that took me out of that Peachtree Corners, Norcross area, up there on Peachtree Industrial, down towards Dunwoody. And at that point, I said, you know what? Let me turn on my Uber Eats. So I had turned on my Uber Eats, and I was way up there in Norcross area. I didn't get any requests from Uber Eats until it was like a little bit after 2:30. So at that point, I didn't turn off my app. I kept it on. I kept my Grubhub app on, turned on Uber Eats, got an order at 2 something, a little bit after 2. And then at that point, I didn't really get any orders for Grubhub until my next block began, which was around 4. So I got a couple of orders with Uber Eats. And basically, in total, I did $26 with Uber Eats. I had it turned off at a certain point. So I turned it back on and ran both apps at the same time. So as towards the end of my blocks, well, at 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, then I had both apps running at the same time. But let me tell you what the good thing about it was. As I got towards, after I got a few orders in the Dunwoody area, near Perimeter Mall, then I got a thing to go pick up an order that was in Norcross going towards Ashwood, Dunwoody, Chamblee. And at that point, I got orders going towards Broadcliff Road. So I ended my day basically going back to North Drew Hills area from Bombay Cafe. Had 2 orders and had a Did I get a stack order? No, I got a stack order from some one of these other places on Buford Highway, and then it led me towards my Bombay order. So I was going in the same. This is how the stars lined up. I picked up one order for Grubhub on Buford Highway and got a double order with Uber Eats. At that point, I was going towards the area of Peachtree Road, and somehow or another, it all led me to Broadcliff Road, to Bombay Cafe. And then it was a Mediterranean cafe. So all of it was within the same distance. I didn't have to go opposite directions, turned around, or nothing. So it all worked out perfectly, and I got the orders picked up, and it was all within the same path. So that was a good thing. But it was a long day, I could tell you. I drove over 100 miles, which was about 120. And I think with the guarantee, I know I got the guarantee because I didn't make over the 9-10 hours that I worked. Let me see. Yep. 11 to 2, 4 to 8, 4, 7, 8, 9. Well, 9 hours. So, with that, I would say I made $116 between Uber and Grubhub. But it was a slow day, I could tell you that for sure. You know? So I guess now we have to look at it like this. Atlanta, a lot of people not from Atlanta, and a lot of people go out of town. So around after Thanksgiving and any time around the holiday, do expect that it's going to be slow. Unless you're going to decide to drive, and then you may pick up people from the airport. But I would assume that a lot of people tend to drive themselves. Or